Hey everyone, Ken Zwerdling here, founder and CEO of Global Expansion. In these crazy economic times, many of us are wondering, how long is this going to last? Will I be able to find a job soon? Is my current job in jeopardy? Do I have a comprehensive job search strategy in place that's better than everyone else's? There are four kinds of job seekers right now. The ones that are currently out of work, the ones that are currently employed but are looking for new positions, the ones that may lose their jobs in the coming months, and those that are looking for remote work. What's holding you back is many false beliefs and myths about job search in the current state of the economy. That there's nothing you can do right now. That with the uncertainty of the COVID-19 virus, there aren't enough positions to apply to, or that companies are not holding interviews, that remote positions are second-class jobs, that no one is hiring. This is 100% not true. Do these 25 things and we guarantee you will jumpstart your search. They can either be done by you, work with us to help you do these 25 things, or we can do it all for you. So here are 25 of the best things you can do right now to jumpstart your search. 1. Register on all 5 job boards. There's dozens of job boards, but there's 5 that are really worth anything. LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, Monster. It's important to be on all 5 because most companies only have licenses for 1 or 2 of the databases. So LinkedIn is great, but not everybody is using LinkedIn. So if you're only on LinkedIn and Indeed, you're missing all the other opportunities on Glassdoor or ZipRecruiter. Also, LinkedIn is the most expensive board for companies to post on. ZipRecruiter is the least expensive. Every industry is different. So for more, senior level professional positions, you may use LinkedIn. But for other positions, ZipRecruiter provides many, many more search results. When you are searching, sort by date. So you can sort by relevance or you can sort by date. The key is to find these positions as they're coming online each day. You can usually sort by 24 hours, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, or 1 month. In my opinion, anything greater than 7 to 14 days right now is ancient history. There are too many people who have probably already applied. So you need to sort by date, because on some boards you can say not only within the last 24 hours, but this position was posted 2 hours ago. How many people do you think are seeing that? It's important to be in the first wave of applicants, because if you're in the first wave, most likely your resume will get seen and you will be contacted. If you're in the second wave, they have to get through all the 100 of people that have already applied. So that's why it's important to pay attention to the dates at which these are posted and sort by date. I asked people, well, how many positions did you post to? How many job openings did you post to? Well, I posted to 10 or 20 positions this week. You need to post to 10 or 20 or 30 positions a day. No one knows how long the job market's going to take to rebound. Days, weeks, or months. The more positions you apply to, the better chance you have of getting interviews. It's my recommendation that you check these job openings. So check your alerts and check the search results on each of the boards twice a day. You want to check on them in the morning so you can see what has come in overnight, and you want to check on them 4 or 5 o'clock each day to see which jobs have been posted during the day. Every hour, new positions are posted. It's also important to differentiate your resume, not just as roles and responsibilities, but a doer, an achiever. You need to inject a variation of descriptive action, goal-oriented words. Created, directed, facilitated, converted, cultivated, attained, aligned. You get the idea. Don't just show roles and responsibilities, but also quantifiable and measurable accomplishments and achievements. You know, back in 1984, when I got my first job in New York, my resume was one page, and I thought it was awesome until my friend looked at it and said, "Oh, don't take this personally," and he marked it up. So the point is that in the old days, resumes used to be roles and responsibilities. Today, you need to inject quantifiable, measurable accomplishments and achievements. So you have a narrative for each position, a little bit about the company, a little bit about your role, and then metrics. You grew revenue by X, or you expanded numbers of customers, or you opened certain number of locations in different countries, or you cut costs by 25%. Every industry has their own metrics. Inject them. You need to think both short-term and long-term, because we don't know how long this is going to last. And if you are in one of those industries, travel, entertainment, sports, hospitality, oil and gas, we don't know when there are going to be new jobs posted. So what are you going to do in the interim until those jobs pick up? So that's why it's important to take both a short-term and long-term approach. What can I do right now that can get income in the short term? Contract, temp, freelance, remote. It's important to really start looking at remote. You know, I was doing remote 20 years ago before remote was even like a word. It was called telecommuting, and people didn't want to do it because they were basically thinking you were doing laundry. So remote went from a fad to a trend to a movement to, okay, everybody work from home. Companies didn't have a lot of procedures in place for remote workers. But today, and I think for the foreseeable future, many of us are going to be working from home. But how do you find those remote jobs? How do you look on each of the boards? What's 100%? What's partial remote? What's remote until COVID-19 stops? So look for remote work because it opens up the parameters of available job openings exponentially than just 25 miles from your geographic center. Right now, companies will most likely not consider candidates that are not remote in their non-geographic area. So if you're in Chicago physically and your resume says Chicago, Illinois, and there's a position in New York, if I'm a hiring manager or recruiter and I see you're in Chicago, they're not even going to look at your resume. There are so many people that are out of work in each of the cities that they have a tremendous number of applicants to pick from locally. So it's going to be very, very difficult to get relocated in this environment. You also want to use different variations of your title. Titles are different across companies. Don't search by title. What's a manager in one company could be a director in another company, could be a vice president in another company. So you have to search on all variations. The other thing is people use different terms. Some may use VP, some may use vice president, some may use head of, some may use department chair. Some may say sales, some may say business development. So it's important to use all variations because if you're only using one, you're missing out on all these other opportunities. It's important to download the mobile apps onto your phone. Every major board has a mobile app. And this is important because timing is everything when applying to new jobs. Okay? It's important that you apply as soon as possible after these jobs are posted. And by having the mobile apps, you can get alerts and be on the road. If you're not sitting at your desk every day, you're going to miss opportunities because if you wait 6 hours to get back to your desk, you may miss out on the opportunities. It's also important to keep either an MS Word or a PDF version of your resume on your phone. So if there's something you need to apply to, you can, boom, send it from wherever you are. You also want to respond to requests for interviews within a few hours. Don't just physically apply to all these positions. You must check your email every day, multiple times a day. Because if I'm a company and I say, I want to interview you, and I reach out to you, most likely they're going to send you an email. If you're not checking your emails, you're not going to respond. And if you don't respond within 24 to 48 hours, they're going to go to the next candidate thinking that you're not interested. It's also important to update and optimize your LinkedIn profile. So the first thing people do is they look at your resume. The second thing people do is they check you out and they look at your LinkedIn profile. So you want to make sure you optimize your entire profile. Now, your resume and your LinkedIn profile need to mirror each other as far as content. The layout, the format is different, but the content is the same. Updating your and optimizing your professional summary, your headline, the titles of your positions, your skills, etc. It's important also to get recommendations, and if you use the keywords of your titles and positions in your recommendations, you tend to get higher ranking in the search results. You want to update your skill sections. Do you know that there are places for 50 skills that you can update in your profile? Try to use as many as possible. You want to create a LinkedIn profile headline that defines you. I see millions of people literally put in variations of seeking new opportunities, open to new opportunities. Your headline is one of the most important pieces of real estate on your LinkedIn profile. It needs to define you. You are not defined by the fact that you are seeking new opportunities. See how to highlight your entire career so you have your entire resume condensed into 2 paragraphs for your professional summary and then condensed into 140 characters in your LinkedIn headline. You need to have a banner image, a good profile image, and then your headline, and then your professional summary. This is all stuff that's above the fold. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. You also need to set up alerts based on titles, geography, years of experience, salary, and industry-specific keywords. If you're looking for an HR position, you definitely want to say 10 plus years, or you definitely want to say 125,000 or above, because if you don't, you're going to get all these other positions that are not relevant. So the other thing is, there are many, many jobs out there, and you can go and search and try to find these jobs, or you can set up customized alerts so all these openings are pulling from all the boards and coming to you and dropping in your inbox every day. You definitely want to investigate remote opportunities. More and more boards are having categories for remote. There's an entire strategy for remote work, and I don't think the job boards are quite up to date yet because you get a lot of erroneous results. If you have some downtime, take some training. Take some Lynda training, LinkedIn Learning, other courses from Udemy or Coursera. Update your skill set. Join career groups, job search groups, and communities, LinkedIn, Facebook. You know, one of the things I do with everybody being locked down is you gotta get out of your place. You gotta go do some exercise, hiking, biking, swimming, something. Clear your head. Get outside. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't wait for stuff to come to you. There are jobs out there. Apply, apply, apply. Career and job search is what I do. It's the only thing I do. It's the world I live in, and I do it very well. Stick with us on this journey, and I guarantee you, you will be light years ahead of everyone else in your approach to finding a new job. Thank you.